Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisathompson.com, and in today's video I'm going to share with you some key takeaways I learned from legendary marketer David Sharpe. Now, David was participating in a roundtable discussion with 20 other home business experts, 6- and 7-figure earners, who were sharing their best tips and strategies to help brand new marketers get results in their business, which involve no paid Facebook advertising, no home parties, no hotel meetings. And so if you would like to listen to a copy of that audio recording, it's 82 minutes long, along with a 62-page ebook, go to drlisathompson.com/interviews. The link is in the first pinned comment section below this video, and it's also in the video description. So let's talk about what David's insights. Now, David described how to achieve success, and he calls it the 5 W's. Okay, the 5 W's to explode your business. Very easy to remember. So let's start with the first one. First one is who. You start with who. And who means who is your perfect prospect? Who is your market? Okay, so take that time. Most times, the biggest mistake I made when I first got started, I didn't know who my market was. And the big mistake that a lot of times happens, especially in network marketing, is they tell you, your upline sponsor tells you that to make out that list of 100 and says everyone's your prospect. It really isn't, especially online. When you market to everybody, you market to nobody. So what you want to do to reduce the amount of rejection is you want to find people who would most benefit from your product, service, or business. So you have to know who they are and what their biggest problems are and how your product, service, or business opportunity can help solve that problem. So sitting down and writing out, how old are they? Where do they hang out on social media? What books do they read? What TV shows do they watch? What are their big struggles? All right. Is this the first-time mom? Are you marketing to the first-time moms who are looking to lose that extra baby weight so that they look great for their husbands? And when they go to their high school reunion, people's eyes just kind of, their eyes just bug out and their jaw drops because they're wearing clothes that they still wore in high school. Okay? Is that who your market is? So you want to sit down and get very clear of who your market is and what their biggest problems are. That's the who. After the who comes the what. So you have to sit down and say, what exactly are you offering your audience? What product? What service? What business? And you want to make sure when you're explaining this, it is in simple terms, keeping it at a discussion of a 3rd grade level. You don't want to get into the real big technical babble, okay? You don't want to be talking like above someone, okay? Because when people are watching how you're explaining things, they're thinking, does it work? Will it work for me? And can I do it? And so if you're talking in a sophisticated language, they're going to be saying, I can't talk like that. This isn't for me. So that's why you want to make sure that you're keeping it in explaining in simple terms. Now, when you're dealing with network marketing, you have to choose your focus. Okay? You're either going to go product-based or you're going to go opportunity-based. This is really key that I learned from David. If you're going to be going product-based, 90% of what you're going to be doing content on is going to be focused around the product. Okay? If you're going to be doing things opportunity-based, 90% of that should be on the opportunity, while 10% can be about the product. And if we reverse that, 10% can be on the opportunity. Okay? So you have to be very specific. We talked about the who your audience is, what you are selling. Be very clear of how you're going to be approaching people. You're going to be approaching from product, or you're going to be approaching from the business opportunity side. The third is where. Where. And this is where you say, where are they going to access this? Okay? Are they going to access this? You got to tell them, how are you going to get this? Is this something that's going to be delivered online? Is it a digital product? Is this something that's going to come directly to your door? If you're talking about a physical product, maybe you're talking about health and wellness, weight loss products. Okay, is this going to come directly to your door? You know, is there training? Is there training in your own personal back office? Okay, you know, you have to show them. So you have to make sure when you're talking with them, and this is something that I learned, just a little aside, that complements what David Sharpe is saying, is what Ray Higdon talks about. When you're building the team and culture, you know, whether you're doing it in a like especially if you're doing it in a Facebook group, you want to have videos that walk people through how they should be doing things, like how to set up their account, how to set up their auto ship, where do they contact support, okay? And have those videos done so that what it does is it frees you up from having to do everything for everybody. You just point people to that, and you tell your team and say, hey, you know, here's where you find the information. And whenever you bring new people in and they have questions, just point them to that video, okay? Because what that does now is that's what's going to create duplication, okay? So that is the where. Now, the fourth W is when. When, okay? Now, this is where you have things like time, urgency, and scarcity. And this is going to be really important when it comes, if you're going to be emphasizing more on the product side. If you're going to be doing things on the product side, are there incentives you can have? You know, so if you're in network marketing, you might have something to get people, like a contest. And, you know, if certain people by this time, they can be entered into a drawing and they're going to win some free product. Or you're going to give them something in return, something valuable. Okay, you know, I've seen things in my network marketing company where the leaders, they have incentives going on where if people purchase a certain amount of product, they have a drawing and they win some pretty cool prizes, ranging anywhere from like a laptop computer to a trip. So that is something that really can bring incentive, and there's a scarcity element to it, that there's a time that they only have up until this time. So that, you know, and so this is where David really, he gives a really great quote here, and I want you to write this down. He says, if you do not give somebody a reason to act, they have no reason to act. So I'm going to say that again. If you do not give somebody a reason to act, they will not act. Okay, so that's where that urgency comes into play. Now the last W is why. Okay, why. And the why is, and this is the most important, is why should they do business with you? And a lot of times what marketers tend to do, especially network marketers, they talk about their company. They believe their brand is the company they're with. And the sad reality is that many network marketing companies, they don't last the test of time. There's only a handful that are still out there today. Most of them go out of business. And so what you need to do is you need to tell people why they should do business with you. Because people do business with those who they know, like, and trust. So David says, what skills do you have to offer that others don't? Okay? People feel that they want to feel like they're part of something. They want to feel like they're part of something big, something that they can be a part of that's bigger than themselves. We all have that within us. And so what is something you can offer them? You know, a lot of network marketers and a lot of top earners do this. They create their own little Facebook group for their team. And they give their team like a name. I've seen names going from like the power team to a legacy group to a legendary group. They come up with a name that people kind of rally around, and they are so proud to be a part of, and they get a part of that, and they want to be a part of that. They want to be on a winning team. They want to be around people who are going to lift them up and carry them forward. And so you want to make sure that when you're talking about things, there's that why. And that's where you have to know your story. Why did you start using the product? Why did you get started with the business? And you have to incorporate that in there. Okay? And you have to become a product of the product. So if you're using the product and you got a result, you got to share that. And people are going to be attracted to that. My good friend Justin, always been tremendously overweight. He weighed over 300 pounds at one point. He's lost over 60 pounds, and he's been documenting his journey using specific weight loss products. And people are following him, and they're asking him, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's sharing and documenting his journey and his why. And he talks about why he's losing weight. And people are drawn to that. So that's an example of how you can really start. You know, if you have a real powerful why you're doing it, that's going to attract more people to you. And they're going to say, you know what? Like my friend Justin, if Justin can do it, I can do it. And I'm going to follow along and be a part of what he's doing. So there you have it, my friends. The 5 whys. The who, the what, the where, the when, and the why. The 5 W's for success. And if you follow that format, what David laid out there, that's really going to help give you the clarity to have success. Did you find this video valuable today? If you did, leave a comment and share. And if you want to get a copy, pick up a copy of that 82-minute audio recording and the 62-minute companion ebook where David and other top 20 home business experts, 6, 7, and even 8-figure earners, sharing their best tips and strategies of how people who are just getting started in home business can start getting results. Go to drlisamthompson.com/interviews. It's in the first pinned post below this video, and it's also in the video description. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.